Thank you, sir.
Uh,
Thanks a
uh,
lot.
thank you all. First of all, I would like to wish you all a happy new year, and I would like to thank Global Entrepreneurs and Professional Association for giving me this opportunity to interact with the professionals. I would personally thank Aniruddha ji and Amit Sharma ji for doing this wonderful program. I am clearly audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh, So, what I would like to say is that in the last budget also, from the party side, we had extensively done this kind of exercise. And in that time, we had done 11 stakeholders meeting from the party. We called around 250 organizations on various issues, and then we finally submitted to the FM. She came to the party office. She stayed for the whole day, and I also went to meet her personally in office and gave an elaborate suggestions on sectoral basis, 11 sectors, and a lot of suggestions were accepted, and even the FM said that they were very useful. So this time, the finance ministry in itself did an elaborate exercise, and they had around 15 meetings with different stakeholders. So that was very helpful to them. And looking into that at the party level, what we did was we did a meeting. We asked the state units of the Bharatiya Janata Party to undertake similar exercise in their states, and from that come out with certain suggestions, and make one or two representatives were asked to come to the party head office on 28th December. And FM was there for more than 3 hours, and myself and FM were sitting, and they each state were either they had brought a PPT, they had got written representation, or verbally. They for 7 to 8 minutes every state gave some suggestions, and we also, in addition to called around civil societies, around 10 civil societies also participated in it. So overall 17 small briefings were held. And from the party side also, we had formulated certain suggestions. And this has been a good exercise, because what happens is that this feedback from the people is very important. We don't expect everything what we say will be accepted by the government FM, but those feedbacks are quite important. And I had with professionals also and other industry people also certain discussion and suggestions, and based on that, what we think is I'll give you a brief overview. uh, what the government and the party thinks is that the economy is on recovery path, and there are certain constraints on the government side, on the economic side after the COVID. But basically, economy is on the recovery path, and after the fiscal stimulus package of Atmanirbhar Bharat, still it has supported many of the segments, and it has come out with good results in some of the areas. But many areas, some areas specifically, need certain strong support, further support from the government. And on that matter, I will just point out 4 or 5 issues where the government is thinking you can also extend your suggestions, and party, either you can send it to me or to the FM directly. I will also uh, forward it to the FM. Party is again uh, taking out an extensive exercise on further discussions to extend our suggestions. In the Atmanirbhar Bharat package, what happened was that the weaker section, the lower strata of the population, got lot of support through direct benefit transfer. We know many of the schemes, Kisan Yojana, direct benefit. So many schemes are there through which direct benefit has gone to the rural and the poor sector, and that has shown in the current GDP growth figure also, in spite of falling in the GDP, still 3.4% growth in agriculture sector was seen. So, and the upper industry and manufacturing and the other industries, etc., had got a good support from the RBI by extending credit, relaxation on IBC issues, etc. There were many schemes by, particularly by RBI. RBI done an exemplary work during this COVID to support the government initiative and create liquidity and in the credit system and sort out them. So industry, manufacturing, etc., got good support through the credit line. The sectors which were left was two sectors where government want to focus, and suggestions, if they come, they will be very welcome, is about the middle income group. That's an important area because middle income group has certain harsh conditions have been, they are facing certain hard conditions, and that also requires a good support now through the budget. It can come from some income tax, not direct reduction in income tax, but other incentivizing about consumptions or about standard deduction. These kind of certain tweaking, increasing the limits on the saving, these kind of suggestions are very welcome, which will help the middle class. We have also given many suggestions. We have also received many. Based on that, we have been discussing with the finance minister, and I think this is one area where government is keen to do something. Second important area is about the unorganized sector. I have been interacting with various people in unorganized sectors in UP and other places, and I think there some of the sectors need specific support. For example, I give you one area is which has come to my light is about the unaided school teachers in UP particularly. During this election campaign of the teachers teachers constituency in MLC, I had extensively visited and I found that in many unaided schools, teachers they are finding problems. So certain specific sectors which are in the unorganized sector that can be identified, and this can be good approach by the this organization association. On that, it can work on, and those specific unorganized sector or segments can also receive certain benefits, and that is one work. Second work that I think. The third, with regard to which will most affect all our professional, was there was extensive debate on the GST. Bharati Vitt Salahkar Samiti had organized one interaction on the GST and other issues. So from that, many of the suggestions have come out about the implementational issues about the GST and certain streamlining and the way GST's effort, the principle on which GST is based, that completely online, no subjective intervention, objectivity, all this. So certain tweaking has come out about registration, compulsory payment of cash, GST, etc. These inverse duty structure, all these issues and implementational issues have come about. They have been brought extensively. We would be happy to receive a note, brief note. It is not needed that we give long papers. Brief note is always more effective and useful. If you give us, I will also forward to the FM. And those suggestions, if data is there, that will be better. So GST is one area which we can work. The fourth is about that we are working on and we think is important, is about the inflation. And inflation, in my interaction with industries, bodies, etc., and you must also have experienced this issue, is about the inflation, not in the only in the commodity, daily food items, etc., but about inflation in the raw material, basic raw material for industry. This had been brought to my notice by various industrial bodies, particularly small industries, manufacturing people, that is steel, cement, and other base metal prices have increased over the year because of increase in import duty and other thing, and that is shown in the market reflection of profits of certain large metal manufacturing base raw material manufacturing companies also. So how government, whether through FTA or signing reworking FTA or import duty restructuring or whatever government can look into, these are the issues where we can also work. Inflation in the basic raw material for the manufacturing sector is another area which we will appreciate suggestion and working from those people who are part of the industries and can suggest on this what can be done. Even we have been flagged off about this regional and global value chain integration because of certain FTA and other reworking or tweaking or other things, or import duty, custom duty, etc. What is happening is that certain industries are getting disintegrated from the global and regional value supply chain. So that is area where we want to work. Even PUG had an interaction, in one of our interaction, we had talked about, US and European FTA, etc. That is also an important area. So there we would appreciate some more suggestions from you. We have given, but I am also accepting that this is an area where work is needed, but it has to be very fast because collecting suggestions is almost complete at the government level. In this week, I think in 1 or 2 days, I will also finally give my of some other sectoral suggestions that I have received, like jewelers, pharmaceutical, certain suggestions that we have received. We will compile and send it to the finance ministry. So inflation is another area where government need to work, because it RBI has also said that inflation has crossed around 7%, and that is even that they are more worried about the food inflation, but industrial inflation is also an important issue, including petroleum prices, etc. So this is the fourth area that I wanted to talk about. And the last area that we are working and is about the resource generation. Certain many suggestions have come from the capital market in my meeting with the capital market representatives about whether bond market and other and such reforms, where how can the corporate bond market and etc. can be improved, what borrowing etc. can be smoothened and implemented. And in the area of resource generation, what is important is about the disinvestment. We are seeing that the capital market is booming. It is crossing all limits. It is rising on a day-to-day basis. But still, the public sector undertakings are not seeing the true valuation, which is expected, because public sector undertaking index, I see it is not going up. So what are the issues? Are there governance issues? Are there other issues with regard to what is there for the disinvestment? Because ultimately, finally, monetization of PSU assets and disinvestment is one area where lot of resource of the government is locked and it can be unlocked. But the disinvestment targets have not been very successfully achieved. So what to do? We have received certain good suggestions from the capital market representatives associations on this. So this is an area where reforms in the public sector undertaking, what disinvestment process government should involve, what governance issues are there in the PSUs undertakings. So this bond market and this disinvestment issue, these are the two areas where government is focused so further resource generation. So I have pointed out these areas which I think can be worked upon, and professional like Ashok Batra ji and other panelists, etc., who are expert on GST, taxation, and other issues and other compliances issues also, these can be part of your suggestion, because you have to segregate into two parts. One thing is direct related to the budget, but there is a longer roadmap also which we want to build, and don't hesitate to give them, because these feedbacks are very important. But segregate your representation in two parts, and this is from डायरेक्ट कि फिस्कल स्टिमुलस, इस सेक्टर को ये दे दो, इसको ये दे दो, वो सेक्टोरल लोगों ने सीधे जाके सरकार को अपना बता दिया, और उसके पास बहुत ज्यादा स्कोप, सरकार अपने हिसाब से एनालिसिस करती है, हर सेक्टर कहता है कि मुझे ये बेनिफिट दे दो, तो आप लोग का वो यूज नहीं होगा अगर आप उसमें अपनी एनर्जी और टाइम लगाएंगे. तो आई थिंक कि these are the important part. And last point that I would like to make is about, we are working on four important policies. This is not directly related to budget, but that is also an important issue and area where professionals can work. And an organization we would very much appreciate is, we are working on four policies. One is industrial policy, because Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have to understand that Atmanirbhar Bharat, some people are thinking that the initiative of Atmanirbhar Bharat is closing the Indian economy, and is completely going for import substitution, rising import duty, custom duty, etc., and completely disengaging Indian manufacturing from the global and regional supply chain. But that is not there. I am very clearly, confidently telling you that Atmanirbhar Bharat is not closed Indian economy. It is for strengthening the manufacturing sector and making it globally competitive. Our example with FTA and RCEP, some people, because we have not signed RCEP and are reworking on FTA, are thinking that we are closing the manufacturing. No. What happened was, we signed FTA and opened our manufacturing sector to regional and global supply chain without giving them the level playing field. So the important area now in Atmanirbhar Bharat is, we want to integrate our manufacturing in regional and global value supply chain, but through increasing their accessibility to competitive and low cost factors of production, land, labor, credit, power, all these compliances, logistics, so that our manufacturing sector becomes competitive. So it is becoming difficult for this industry. So we are working on a new industrial policy. The government is in advanced stage on working on new industrial policy. At present, the industrial policy is from 1948. There were certain amendments, but that also after 1991, there was no major amendment. So government want to come out with new industrial policy, and in that particularly is about the logistic policy. And logistic policy is already in the public domain. Our cost of transportation, infrastructure, all these things are very high in comparison to global level. So new industrial policy you can work on. Second is the national logistic policy, where we want to reduce the logistic cost, transportation cost for the manufacturing to about 40%. And the third important part is, we don't have any retail trade policy. Retail trade policy is we are working on, and e-commerce is already in the public domain. Lot has been talked about e-commerce policy. That is of public domain, so you can give comments on that. That is also on the finalization. And the fifth is important is, into this current year, we have to come out with a import-export policy. And it's a block of 5 years that this import-export policy is brought about. So suggestions on this is the year where we will implement it. So import-export policy. So these 5 policies in new industrial policy, logistic policy already in the public domain draft on that suggestions, retail trade policy suggestions, then e-commerce draft 2020, and this import-export policy. These can be worked about. Government is very keen on continuing with the this infrastructure development. It will help the logistic industries, cluster development, ports, airports, railways, surface transport, etc. That will improve the competitiveness of our company's manufacturing sector. So NIP is an area where government want to continue its focus and investment on, and in that fiscal target will not be one of the constraints. That we have to keep in mind. Government is not very much worried about the fiscal deficit, because that though it is an important area, but at present it cannot be the target currently. It will take a roadmap to correct it. So government will continue. If it finds resources from other which I have mentioned, then it will be there, but I think it will be there will be no constraint on spending. Government will continue. Vaccine is on card. Our PMI is expanding more than 50 percentage point for last 3 consecutive months. That is also a good indicator. GST collection is also rising more than 1 lakh crore. And foreign investors' confidence in India is continuously increasing. We see a lot of reserves in the country increasing. That is the issue. Government will continue with its reform focus about agriculture sector. You must be understanding these agriculture sector are important for our food processing industries, value addition, warehousing infrastructure, private investment, and all those things. So FPO and these agriculture reforms are important for that. I think professionals need to more educate people that these are farmers which are being wrongly manipulated to say that their agriculture sector will be harmed. These reforms are very important. There was a 22 decades continuous discussion on which based these reforms have been brought about. Labor reforms are also been passed. Laws have been passed. It will be notified in April 21. That is one area where we also need to discuss and create a narration. In the last comment that I would like to finish my initial remark is, reforms are very difficult. Lot of political capital has to be spent by the government in power, and therefore after 1991, not major reform were undertaken by any government in except IBC and GST, because the status quo is always beneficial, and reforms benefit of reforms comes with a time lag, and the benefits are spread over a larger sections of the people. So, and impact, negative adverse impact are sometime on the smaller section, like we see that Punjab and Haryana farmers will face are fearing that they will face an adverse impact. So they come out and this agitation, etc. take place. So professional understanding people who understand economy need to build the narration and strengthen the government on the roadmap to reform. Without reform, Indian economy is not going to perform. That is for sure. And the biggest beneficiary of these economic reforms will be country will be there, but professionals who are which I call managers of economy, wealth managers, because there are 3 categories. One is wealth creator. Manufacturing industries and farmers are wealth creator for the country. Professional like us are wealth managers, and basically government is wealth distributor. Distribute that collected wealth to the sections which are left out. So wealth managers like us are most benefited if the economy progresses. So I think that narration is required in the public domain, because sometimes we are not very vocal. So those vested interest people get precedence over the policy making from the government. So ab initio, we should be vocal, talk to the government. Government is open to any discussion. Party is also, all suggestions are welcome. I'm always there for you for any suggestions.
Thank you.
With this, I would thank the Global Entrepreneurs Professionals Organization for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gopal Agarwal ji. It was really great hearing you, and you have really touched upon a lot of various aspects which we are facing and expecting from the government. So I have one quick question.
So I have 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes more, if any question.
Yes sir, yes sir. तो एज रूटीन हम लोग देखते हैं कि एज अ प्रोफेशनल्स इफ यू सी ड्यू डेट्स में इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं, एंड इट्स बीन अराउंड मोर देन 3 years आई वुड से व्हेन जीएसटी हैज कम. और अभी हमारे गुरु श्री अशोक बत्रा जी हैं, तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा जीएसटी का कुछ क्वेश्चन रेज नहीं करूंगा बिकॉज वी आर लॉट टू हियर फ्रॉम बत्रा जी. तो सर जैसे जीएसटी आप देख रहे हैं 3 साल हो गया है एंड स्टिल वी आर फेसिंग, और अब ये पेंडेमिक के टाइम में जब वेयर वी वर एक्सपेक्टिंग सम रिलैक्सेशन इन द प्रोविजंस, कि हम कुछ रिलैक्सेशन, इंडस्ट्री रिलैक्सेशन एक्सपेक्ट कर रही थी, और ऐसे टाइम में इतने स्ट्रिंजेंट, इतने हार्श प्रोविजन लाना कि आपको कैश पे करना पड़ेगा, वर्किंग कैपिटल ब्लॉकेज हो जाएगा, ड्यू डेट आर नॉट एक्सटेंडिंग सो मच, जहां की इंडस्ट्री के पास उतना टाइम नहीं था कि वो अपनी डिटेल्स को प्रिपेयर करके अपने प्रोफेशनल्स को दे, एंड स्टिल जो ड्यू डेट्स हमारी एक्सटेंड की गई वो भी सफिशिएंट नहीं थी. वी प्रोफेशनल्स ऑलवेज रुइन आवर हॉलीडेज, फेस्टिवल्स ऑन दीज ड्यू डेट्स. सो व्हाई गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट थिंकिंग ऑन दिस एंड बिफोर एनी प्रैक्टिसिंग? अभी आप देखेंगे नई QRMP स्कीम आई, लोगों के पास मैसेज चले गए, जब फिर बाद में मैसेज आया कि नहीं इसको इग्नोर करें, तो कहीं ना कहीं एक पैनिक क्रिएट होता है. तो व्हाई गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट थिंकिंग ऑन ऑल दीज मैटर्स की प्रैक्टिकल डिफिकल्टीज क्या हैं, जब तक आप पेंडेमिक से अभी निकले नहीं है और दूसरा शॉक इंडस्ट्री को आपने दे दिया. सो व्हाई गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट लुकिंग ऑल दीज मैटर? वो रिलैक्स करने के बजाय स्ट्रिंजेंट इतना टफ क्यों किया जा रहा है? जस्ट वांटेड.
बिल्कुल, हाँ, ये मैंने आपको बोला जीएसटी पे कंसर्न्स हैं, प्रोफेशनल बॉडीज के साथ आए हैं, मैं भी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ही हूँ, तो मेरे ध्यान में है, हमने डिस्कस भी किया है, और अगर आपके सजेशंस होंगे बत्रा साहब की लीडरशिप में आप सजेशन देंगे तो BVSS ने भी दिए हैं, और मैं उनको साथ लेके, ये बात आपकी वित्त मंत्री जी को हमने कन्वे कर दिया है. डेट्स वाली भी इसीलिए वो एक्सटेंड भी की गई, वो कंप्लाइन. अभी भी एक ROC वाली इशू है, जो कि गवर्नमेंट के भी ब्यूरोक्रेटिक लोगों के भी व्यू होते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी हम स्ट्रांगली अपनी बात को रखते हैं. गवर्नमेंट काफी सुनती है पार्टी की.
जी सर, ROC में क्या हम
आप सजेशन दे देंगे? आप हमें वो दिया है हमने, कल PP चौधरी जी ने भी लेटर भेजा है, मैंने भी कहा है. तो मेरे को लगता है कि देखो गवर्नमेंट के अपने इशू, लेकिन वो उसका मैटर करता है. आप दे दीजिएगा सजेशन, हम उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट करेंगे.
डेफिनेटली सर, डेफिनेटली. थैंक यू सो मच गोपाल जी, इट वाज रियली ग्रेट टू हियर यू, एंड आई वुड से हमारे सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को कुछ एक अच्छा इंसाइट मिला आपके थॉट से, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू शेयर योर बाइट्स आल्सो विद देम. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस. आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट.
आपने इसको फेसबुक लाइव किया है क्या?
सर ये फेसबुक लाइव नहीं है, रिकॉर्डेड उस पे जाएगा अभी. यस.
अच्छा, यूट्यूब पे डालेंगे ना, आप टैग कर दीजिएगा, है ना?
डेफिनेटली सर, थैंक यू.
और कोई क्वेश्चन किसी का तो नहीं है? कोई एक क्वेश्चन और ले सकते हैं?
अमित जी
कोई है तो ठीक है, नहीं तो
अमित जी अनम्यूट कीजिए.
Sir, a very small question and very what I can say celebrated one in this time. Although we have seen government in the past has already come up with various stimulus and various relaxation, but is there any stimulus package what we can expect in this budget? Specific stimulus package or only relaxation or anything what we can expect?
देखिए, टैक्सेशन पे तो डोंट एक्सपेक्ट एनीथिंग. आई डोंट थिंक कि टैक्सेशन ऑलरेडी काफी लो कर चुका है. ये जो और स्टिमुलस पैकेज सेक्टोरल, उसके डिमांड्स आई है, सरकार उसको अपने रिसोर्सेज को, और इट विल बी कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस. ऐसा नहीं है कि जो स्टिमुलस पैकेज है वो सेक्टर वाइज जहां जहां दिखता है वहां सरकार कंटिन्यूअसली करती रहेगी, क्योंकि इकोनॉमिक रिकवरी इंपॉर्टेंट है, और ग्लोबल कॉन्फिडेंस भी इंडिया में है, और सरकार भी चाहती है कि रिकवरी फास्ट हो.
Okay.